Hi Gidamites, welcome back to the session on Gandhi for the 21st century. In the last video, we discussed about the formative years of Gandhi. In this video, we will discuss about the experiences of Gandhi as a barrister student in England. Let me share the screen. If you remember, we wind up the last session without mentioning the death of Karamchand Gandhi in 1885. Baba Gandhi suffered from fistula for a long time and passed away at 63. Gandhi wrote a detailed description of his father's death in his autobiography. The demise of Karamchand Gandhi shook the economic foundation of Gandhi family. The hope of the entire family was now on Mohandas, who was the only one who got a better education. After his matriculation, Gandhi joined Samaldas College, Bhavnagar, for higher education. As I said earlier, he was a mediocre student and he was unable to understand half of the lessons. Gandhi discontinued the studies within 6 months. Mabji Dave, a family friend, visited their house at that time and he suggested sending Mohandas to England to pursue a barrister degree. According to Dave, a barrister degree was the only opportunity to get a divanship to continue the family tradition. But the educational expenses were so high. Somehow, Gandhi's brother took the financial responsibilities. Another challenge before Gandhi was to get consent from his aged mother. Religious customs didn't allow Hindus to cross the sea at any cost. Moreover, his mother believed that her son's abroad life would spoil him physically and morally. To convince his mother, Gandhi had to take a vow under the guidance of Swami Bachaji, a Jain monk, that he won't touch wine, women and non-vegetarian in England. Interestingly, the Vaishnava community outcasted him due to his England travel. But whatever it is, Gandhi was least bothered about all these religious dramas. He believed religion or caste do not have any roles in deciding such personal choices. Amidst all these difficulties, Gandhi reached England in 1888. He had to face many challenges there. And the first difficulty was his vow of vegetarianism. He was hungry often as he was not getting vegetarian dishes. His friends tried to convince him about the necessity to eat meat in that particular climate. But Gandhi was very adamant in his promise and he said, "A vow is a vow, it cannot be broken." Gandhi considered his initial days in England as the days of infatuation. He started imitating the Western costume, joined dance and music classes, attended elocution training, and spent a considerable amount on luxurious things. You have to remember the age of Gandhi, he was just 20 at that time. But the infatuation didn't last long. There was introspection and he realized that these were unnecessary burdens on his brother. However, he continued wearing Western dresses until he became a satyagrahi in South Africa. The search for vegetarian food was going on and after a strenuous search, he found a vegetarian restaurant. Incidentally, he read a book, Plea for Vegetarianism by Henry Salt, which greatly influenced him. He also read another book written by Howard Williams, The Ethics of Diet, which argues that all philosophers and prophets, from Pythagoras and Jesus, were vegetarians. He revealed in his autobiography that he was a vegetarian until then by the force of a promise, but after reading the Plea for Vegetarianism, he became a vegetarian by his own choice. After a few months of stay in England, Gandhi became very conscious about the money that he was spending every day. He kept a note of every single penny he spent for his daily needs. The habit of careful handling of money helped him in future to handle public funds without any discrepancy. It also led Gandhi to experiment more in dietetics to reduce his expenses on food. He found a vegetarian restaurant in his vicinity, met people with same ideologies, and he started a vegetarian club in Bayswater and became a secretary of that club. That was the maiden experience of Gandhi in organizing and conducting an institution. Even though he was an elected executive member of Vegetarian Society, the shy Gandhi never opened his mouth in the meetings of the society. This shyness was with him throughout his England life. He could overcome this shyness only when he was in South Africa. When he was in India, Gandhi never showed any interest in reading. During his student days in Britain, he read many books, including the English translation of Bhagavad Gita, the song Celestial by Edwin Arnold. The Light of Asia by the same author was on Buddhism and its teachings. He was also introduced to Islamic philosophy through Heroes and Hero Worship by Carlyle. Though the Bible didn't attract him much, the New Testament, especially the Sermon on the Mount, impressed him greatly. Early religious lessons that he learned from his family were helping him to understand the in-depthness of spiritual values. Another incident that moved Gandhi during his England days was his friendship with Narayan Hemchandra, an Indian poet who visited England at that time. One of his friends introduced Hemchandra to Gandhi. He was a very simple man, a vegetarian like Gandhi, but not an imitator of the West. When Gandhi mocked at his dressing style, Hemchandra replied, "You civilized fellows are all cowards. Great men never look at a person's exterior. They think of his heart." It took years for Gandhi to digest such an idea. Rai Chandbai was introduced to Gandhi by one of his family friends. He was a young man of character and learning. He was popular among his friend circle as Shadavadani, a person who can remember hundreds of things simultaneously. Though he was a merchant of pearls and diamonds, wealth never attracted Rai Chandbai. What attracted him was the ocean of knowledge and passion for seeing God. Gandhi mentioned in his autobiography that three moderns have left a deep impression on his life. That is, Tolstoy by his book The Kingdom of God is Within You, Rai Chandbai by his Living Contact, and Ruskin by his Undo This Last. Later, these three helped him frame his social, political, economic and educational ideologies. Gandhi stated in his autobiography that the study of law was comparatively easy for him. He did hard work to pass Purpose in Common Law of England. Accessible curriculum and his extensive reading helped Gandhi to pass his examinations. Gandhi was called to the bar on the 10th of June 1891. The next day he sailed back home. The sad news about the demise of his beloved mother was waiting for Gandhi in India. His mother passed away while Gandhi was in England, but his brother did not send a word to Gandhi, thinking that it would affect him badly. Gandhi's association with Rai Chandbai helped him to get out of this grief.
Hi friends, in the last few videos we were discussing about the early formative years of Gandhi and England experiences. In the next video we will be discussing about the South African experiences of Gandhi. Thank you.